Welcome back, everyone. Apologies for the drop there. Sounds like there's a few storms over on the west coast there. Hopefully the picture's looking a bit better too. And yeah, we'll be restarting race 1 very shortly.
Okay, I'll just tell them to send it now, and hopefully we can get some good racing action that we can actually commentate to instead of people racing in clouds this time. So here we go. Your choice, Dale. Who are we jumping on with, mate?
Oh, I think it's fine jumping somewhere towards the back, mid-pack sort of thing. So
Yep. All right, we'll choose wrestler again and see how he goes this time from the back. Lights are going full red now, and off we go.
right, we'll see if Con can replicate his move up the inside into T1. Hodes will be hoping he can keep it more on the track this time. So good job there. We do have Broken Spoke making him. Oh, been in the back of Con, in the back of Stefco.
Oh no. Oh,
No harm really to Stefco
well,
too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone sorts themselves out.
Oh, Packer's just, he's just spun at the back there.
Not sure if there was a touch involved in there or not. Let Stefco go on side by side with Squid. Nice move by Stefco. Hold him off.
Next target, Hodes. Although Squiddy's making a move on the outside.
Squiddy says it's not over yet. That's for sure, Sunshine.
Oh,
no, Stefco's a bit wide. Oh, he's held it. He's held it. Quite easy to lose it there. Definitely some interesting racing, and tyre wear's not too bad for this race. You should be able to go have a full sprint race, get to the end of the track, or full 9 laps. So.
Toyota will be pushing the limits.
Yeah, right. So the Supra does wear a bit. Dale, the Supra does wear a bit. I take it.
Yeah, the front right does cop a bit of a beating around here. There's enough left at the end, but if you really, really wanted to push it, you could be in a bit of trouble. But yeah, it is what it is.
I go off me. I'm obviously on a controller and get real bad tyre wear, but I've actually still got a 15th of tyre left at the end of it. So.
Oh, someone's off at the back there. Was that Squiddy?
Yeah, Squiddy went over that sausage there.
Yeah, let's take a replay. Unlucky to Squiddy. I think he got the win last week with the replacement driver. Not starting out quite so promising for him right now, but it could be a strong start for race 2 as it's reverse grid. Yeah, just unloaded the car. He did save it, so he missed the barrier. So that was actually a pretty damn good save from him too, though.
Yeah, definitely. Oh no, Con's had a spin as well. I'm not sure what's happened there. I missed it. I'm just scrolling through the team, and he's turned around. So.
I'll see if I've snapped that as well. So he'll be battling back in there.
Yeah, he was in 9th, I think, at the time.
Yeah, so he's got to hit he's in 10th. Yeah, he's just that right left, just maybe gassed it with too much right steering lock on, and the car just kept on rotating.
Oh, we might go for a quick run through the field. We've got Baggins up front, followed by Baker. He's 0.7 behind. Brutal's following him, and then Vipers. So the 3 out of the top 4 are all those Mercedes. Looking to be a pretty strong track for those guys. Then we have Troy, Hodes, come out very close to Troy, and then followed by Stefco. Sugar.
Yeah, then and a bit back there we've got Squiddy in 8th. He's still trying to gain himself some position after that early spin. Then we've got Wrestler, and Wrestler, then Broken Spoke, and Con. And then right at the back there we've got Packer. So, yeah. It's a bit of a tough course, this one. it's if you spin, it seems to be quite hard to get back up there again.
There's a couple of spots on the track definitely where you lose a bit of weight, and it's quite easy to spin, especially off those curbs as we mentioned earlier. But slow and steady wins the race. Hodes and Troy are in a real nice battle here with Stefko coming up there to play in this pack. So could be worthwhile watching to see what happens up at the next hairpin.
Yeah, so from what I understand, the McLaren does not like the inside curb on that very final corner there, so I don't think we'll see Stefko riding it too much like some other cars may. So yeah, he'll be taking a different line to most others through there, I'd say.
It's been pretty solid on most. There's only a couple of curves on this track that is a bit of a problem, but I can't go give Stefko tips, mate, when I can't match him anywhere, so that's for sure.
Yeah, Stefko's a pretty quick operator around here, so I am kind of expecting him to make some more moves before this race is over, but it could be a bit difficult for passing. We'll see if he can pick people off as they continue to fight. As there's a battle up front, Vipers is trying to make a move on Baker, as we can see in front of us right here, as Oates tries to go around the outside with Troy, and I think he may have just got the spot.
He should get it.
Yeah.
Nice move by Hodes.
Oh, Troy's not giving up though. Shows the nose. Meanwhile, Stefko's still trying to sniff around.
Viper just cut the corner there. I don't know if he'd been a penalty for that or it was just a total loss, but
yes, he's lost a bit of time there too.
Yeah, no, definitely. He's definitely given
Hodes a nice incentive.
Those dirty tyres.
So there's that spot Stefko needed, but Vipers has actually got the slip over Stefko, so Stefko still can't quite take advantage there.
On the outside. Oh, nice move,
Stefko.
Nice
move. Shout out to Stefko. The Germans like a good sausage. Yes, indeed they do. Oh, it gets very sideways. Troy's going to get the run down the outside. Stefko got a bit sideways out of that corner too, but not quite as bad as the Supra. So not sure he'll get to capitalise on. Hodes still not giving up on this though. Shows the inside.
This is the... Yeah, definitely. Here we go. Oh no! I don't know how you interpret that one. I'll leave it open to you, Dale. Your interpretation of that, or we just leave that one to the stewards?
Look, I think it's a bit of both. Let's just kind of get on with Hodes from a trail camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, no comment. Not sure.
Yeah, it's a bit hard in the split second and third, but Stefko's pressing on with Troy here, and Viper's not too far behind. So I think this is a battle pack really that's in the middle at the moment.
Stefko's wide onto the grass, so onto the straight. It's going to get the run to Viper and Squiddy behind. Squiddy's pulled after this pack too, so he'll be wanting to take advantage and make some positions too. Viper's about to go through it. Squiddy throws it up the inside. Viper starts to move across. Fortunately, there's a Mazda there. So Viper's about to be down to 7th now after running 3rd or 4th early on. Oh, Stefko would get airborne over that sausage too.
He loves that sausage, doesn't he?
He sure does. He's lining up that Mazda in front of him. Troy's 6-7 tenths clear. He's got a bit of a buffer, 7 tenths plus back to Squiddy as well. So middle of this Mazda TDR, Drive 25 sandwich here. But we'll see what he can do. Squiddy closes right up through the hairpin there, gains 2-3 tenths on exit as well. That is a weakness of the McLaren second gear, so might be a spot to get the run on the McLaren if you can. There's
definitely a couple of different gear options you can take around this track. And obviously the wear on your tyres are obviously affected greatly. If you're trying too hard, you're going to burn those tyres out way too quick, but these guys seem to be doing them quite easily. The Mazdas, you mentioned the Supra's not too good. Hodes looks like he's doing alright at the moment, so you should be able to get to the end quite easily.
Yeah, you make it, but you feel like if you really wanted to push it, that last 5-10% of it will be gone, and it seems to really drop off in the last 2-3 laps.
Yeah, definitely.
Squiddy is still right here with Stefko though, so this will be quite interesting if Squiddy can make some forward progress here. Stefko might be feeling a little vulnerable right now. You better be careful, he might end up...
Squiddy's
put the
off.
lockers on Squiddy there. We're on board for that too. Sorry,
Tombo
Squiddy.
won't be happy with you.
Alright, so we won't need a replay for that. We were on board and we got to see that firsthand, but we've got a three-way battle forming here. Baker and McLaren, so it is now a TDR sandwich. Baker, Troy, Stefko. So orders has reversed a little bit here.
They seem to be pushing up through there pretty well.
Stefko's giving it everything, taking all the track plus a little bit of dirt with him.
Yeah, he needs to watch that wheel in that grass coming into that chicane back there, that's for sure.
Just cooling the tyres really.
Yeah.
So Sugar, who have you got your eye on? Like, so if you're Troy, he's in the middle of this sandwich. What's your strat to try and break this TDR?
He's got the inside. He's got the inside.
Yes,
Troy
Troy's taking it, yeah.
Baker says, "No way, I'm going to have a crack." And Troy says, "Good luck, son. I got you." And Stefko says, "Sorry, Baker. I might have a crack at this bloke if you don't mind."
Yeah, Dale, you asked about my strategy. It tends to be, because I tend to be right at the bottom of Div 3, I normally kind of sit back, try and stay away from the action and just pass people as they fall off the track. So
it's a good strategy.
Yeah.
It actually may pay dividends in the next race, mate.
I would, yeah. Well, that's what I was thinking. It's going to be interesting coming off these soft tyres, then going straight into the wet. There's going to be people aren't going to be quite used to it.
Definitely be interesting. I think Troy might have the pace on Stefko, but Stefko can prove us all wrong, I'm sure. I'll just do a quick run through. We've got Baggins in front by 4.5 seconds. Coming second to Brutal. After that, we obviously have our battle there with Troy, and he's only 1.8 off Brutal, so he's got realistically one lap to try and close that down, which will be difficult. Stefko will, he's 0.6 of a second behind Troy. Then we've got Baker, and then we've got Hodes, then Wrestler coming through from there. Sugar?
Yeah, then we've got so we've got Spoke coming in after that. He's about 2 seconds behind Wrestler. Then you got Squiddy, who's 1.8 seconds behind. So he's definitely is he closing up? I actually think Spoke's got a bit of pace on him. We got Con coming up behind. He's about 9 seconds behind. Then you got Packer. Packer's coming in about 3.5 seconds, and then Fortlight, but spun out near the end there. He's I think he'll be looking forward to having the pole in the next race.
Maybe it's a strategy to employ, you reckon? Well, this is getting interesting in second, 2, 3rd and 4th. Oh no, Troy's just gone off. Did you get that one, Dale?
No, but I will shot to a replay before this race is over. He's really struggling to get back on track as well, so he's got Brutal right in front of him. He caught right up. And I'm not sure what's going on here. He's going up the inside and just rotation, just kept on turning left into the fence over that little bit of a crest.
A bit early.
Yeah.
Oh.
Baggins across the line first. Brutal's holding off Stethko and Baker.
Yeah, Brutal have a little nudge there on that last corner.
Hoots caught right up. Wrestler in 6th. Spoke, Squiddy. Here you go, Con. So Troy's dropped all the way to 10th, to 2nd behind Con. So again, Mazda's... Oh no, Troy's pulling off. Is he pulling off? And he's going to coast just to 10th, saving that extra bit of fuel. Packer in 11th and Viper's coming home in 12th. Had a very difficult lap 7 by the look of it.
Yeah, definitely an interesting race there. Baggins with the fastest lap of a 1:31.014. So congratulations to him.
Was that pole fastest lap in the win? Never troubled.
Yeah, it's, as we all know, it's not too bad if we can get out the front and get some clean air and someone not nibbling on your backside. It makes it a bit easier, but no, credit to him, mate. He drove a very clean race, so well done to the podium winners. So the next race, do you want to talk about the next race, Sugar?
Next race, we've got, what have we got, 25 laps. It's going to be a little bit wet from what the forecast, what the weather gods have been telling us. So yeah, it should be an interesting one. So,
and tyres for that race are mediums, I understand, with wets being available as well.
Yep, that's the one. Well, while they're setting up this lobby, we might go to the ad break. So it'll take us a minute or two, and yeah, we'll be back with you guys in a couple minutes.
No.
I'm a gamer,
a foodie,
a boss lady. I am sporty,
outdoorsy,
outspoken. I am fashion.
I am old-fashioned.
What I am not
is the same. But none of us are.
We are all individuals with unique interests, needs, and goals.
We believe that everyone should have the right to live the life they want for themselves.
Whether it be exploring the world,
dog walking,
or binge watching their favorite show.
So instead of searching for the things that we do the same,
let's champion the things that set us apart.
Because we're not innovating for disabilities.
We're innovating for individuals.
Yeah, big shout out to the sponsors bringing you season 15, and we'll just watch the boys get a bit of practice on the wetness out there at the moment.
So what do we give them, a 2-minute warning there, Dale, before we kick it off, or do you want to get them cranked up earlier than that?
Oh, I think as soon as our host is ready to roll, I think we should get them out there.
Now this one should be a very interesting race. Couple of different strategies there from what we've done through the week. The lobby itself, being Sony, does what it does sometimes. So I've been in a race that has rained once, so I've been in a race that's rained twice. Been in a race that has rained 3 times, so at different intervals. So depending on what it throws at us tonight, we could have some couple of different strategies, and really could be an awesome race to the end. So be interesting to see what the guys start off on. So, who do you want to jump on with this time, Shug?
Let's say, yeah, I like the idea of being near the back of the pack. So what is that going to be? That'll be. Why don't we go with Troy? Troy in the Mazda.
He's in
I can't
third.
choose a McLaren. You said.
We'll go to Steph towards the back in 10th, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Troy's
Yes.
the
No. Yeah,
front.
you're right. Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
He gets a great start, but he's got nowhere to go because of Hodes in front. The Super does not launch at all. Baker almost comes across him.
I'm going to be a bit scared for what happens up at this first chicane, but let's hope they hold their nerve and a bit of patience and have a bit of control, and should be good.
Yeah, I'm hoping we don't see
Nice.
any blue spinning triangles.
Well done so far.
Oh, switch back from
Very nice.
Vipers round the outside now. Vipers with the move from third to first through the chicane there.
Great move.
Great
Viper.
driving there. Brutal though,
Definitely
looking up the
pouring
inside.
down. This is gonna be
The
interesting.
hairpin's gonna. He pulls it up though. Spoke round the outside. It's all happening.
it's-
I've got no idea what's going on. Troy's
It's so
taking
tight, but they've done a great job there to hold together and actually not to lose it there.
We'll go to a replay. Hodes is redressing Baker Boy by the look of it. I think we've had a. Yeah. Hodes just almost pulled it up. There's a very, very slight amount of contact with the apex, a little bit more on corner exit, and round she goes. So Hodes basically pulled off right to the side there, and a bit unfortunate start for both of them.
Oh no, we use that around.
Oh,
We've
we've
got
got
Vipers
Vipers
had a spin.
I think
Packer
he's probably
just
just
had a
trying to
little
blind everybody
squiggle.
with his headlights.
We might see a replay of Vipers and see how that's unfolded then. So he's in second, a bit wide off onto the side there. Let's see how, it's about halfway, yeah, just
Oh no,
Just gets-
broken
Oh, he
spokes
just lost
around.
spoke.
yeah, I'm not sure I can
Con's
get that one.
flying.
Yeah, right. So Stefko started 10th, he's already up into 3rd.
Yep.
He's only got the two Mazdas in front of him, Squiddy and Troy.
So it looks like most people have chosen the intermediate tyres. We've got two wet runners.
Yeah, Packer and Spoke are the only two on wets. So
Yeah.
it'll be interesting though. Track's definitely wet enough at the moment, but as it dries out, they're not too sure. As I said, with the rain, unpredictable. Could play out to be a good win. Could be a bit of a fatal mistake too, but
Just looking at the back of Wrestler and Packer, and they've both got this flashing light at the back of their car. What's that all about?
That'd be the wet weather light, isn't it?
yeah, wet weather light for the Supra.
Okay.
Not all cars are fitted.
I think the Mazda's got it too, but theirs doesn't flash, I think it's just on.
Yeah.
Right.
Similar to the F1 light by the look of it, and unfortunately we were on board with Wrestler as that happened. It's an easy spot to just lose the rear at the
Definitely.
end of the quad, right?
That Con just went wide at the hairpin there, and now he's lost it. So he's having a challenging time. It really is a patient race, this one. You really just need to be patient for the probably first 7 or 8 laps and see what it's going to do, and start having a crack.
Yeah, so at the moment Steph goes all over the back of Squiddy. Troy's been able to use this to skip away a couple seconds down the road. Squiddy monstering the sausage, Steph go a bit more gentle on it, and Steph gets sideways on the exit.
Yeah, I found that McLaren's got a fair bit of torque down low, especially in the wet, so it is very easy to spin, and sometimes it's confusing should you be in high rev or low revs to drive in the wet with it, but we've all got the same challenges in the rain, I think. So.
Yeah, the MRs do handle the wet a lot better, which is why the McLaren's very strong right now, even the Mazda. Mazda's a FR with an MR weighting, so it basically behaves like an MR, so they just seem a little bit nicer and a bit more floatier through the corners as we see Troy spin it. On the wet, Stefko makes the move on Squiddy. And third to first. Troy's trying to hold on at the back there. Gets very, very sideways. Tags Brutal, but Brutal's able to carry on. So here we go. Packer, who's had an earlier spin, is now finds his way. I think I did an earlier spin, maybe not. He's found his way up into fourth. Baggins, who won last race, is up into fifth now.
It's a bit of musical chairs at the moment, that's for sure. The rain definitely showing a few different errors that have actually come to fruition. So. Hodes has just gone wide at the hairpin and got Wrestler, but Wrestler's just lost it into the corner of the hairpin.
Yeah, I think it's the second time for Wrestler. It's just that type of race at the moment.
Yeah.
Squiddy was drifting around the corner there, trying to catch up with Stefko.
Who's had the spin? Packer's had a spin as well.
Oh, I put the mockers on him. He was up to fourth as well. He was doing so well.
Troy's coming back at Baggins.
Baggins has actually jumped up quite a bit. He was back in seventh maybe a lap ago, and he's definitely he's passed a few.
Everyone's fallen off the track.
Yeah. See, and that's my strategy. Just slow and steady and wait for everyone to fall off.
I'll do the same, except for I can guarantee you I will be falling off. I think one of my practice races I spun it on the start line and got reset to the start of to the other side of the grid.
Oh.
Yeah, Squiddy's not letting Steph go though. Keep him honest. Brutal's a little bit further behind there, but we're starting to get a bit of gaps there. Baggins and Troy are fairly close. The rest of them are pretty spread out, except for Wrestler and Packer, which are probably the closest ones on track at the moment. So, and Con's not too far away from him.
Yeah, those boys will probably be in chat working together. Packer and Wrestler, I don't think it's going to be too much of a send it type move.
Yeah, I think working together is one thing, but being able to hold it in the wet's another thing again. So that's for sure.
And you can see we're starting to see the dry line on the track now.
Yep.
So yeah, this is where you kind of look at it and go, right, you know, can I just give it a little bit more? And often it's too much.
And you, Dale,
usually the
being
answer
Div
is
1
no.
driver. Yeah, Dale, you just being a Div 1 driver, what is your advice as far as that moisture meter goes? When's the right time to come in and pit and try and change to a slick?
That is such a good question.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I haven't spent enough time playing around with it, but normally you just look at that first line, and when you're kind of hitting to the meter dropping below that first line for enough of the track, that's when you come in. But you've also got to keep half an eye on the radar to make sure there's no more rain coming in general terms. The main thing these guys need to worry about though is, I mean, the undercut's going to be pretty good, and if you do come out early, Packer spun it.
Sorry, we've just lost Packer.
Yeah, if you do come out early and take that early gamble, you will get good tyre wear out of the tyres. mainly because it is wet initially, it's still a bit damp. But there is a massive wet line cutting across pit lane with the T1, so you do run a huge risk having a decent spin coming into turn 1 on your outlap if you do come in too soon or you aren't cautious enough.
And one other thing I've noticed, obviously, throughout the week, come out in the pits here on slicks, still slightly moist track, and you're guaranteed to spin if you just try and gas it straight up. So it's always interesting to see people do that, even though we've all done it that many times this week. Still haven't bloody learned. So hopefully I'll get it right tonight.
Yeah, no one's learnt from Red Bull those number of seasons ago.
Exactly right.
So in 8th, Connor's just has just passed. Oh, he's passed Packer. Packer went off, and Baker and Connor both passed him.
Looks like Packer's having a bit of a hard time tonight by the look of it.
Yeah, I feel for him. I'm the small amount of practice I've got in the wet around here, it has not been fun. I've been off the track more than I've been on it. So yeah, the boys are doing a great job out there in very, very tricky conditions.
It's making some good inroads on Spoke, but Spoke seems to be holding his own through this section. So
I think we're at the stage of the race where, because the track is drying, you'll start to see these purple laps drop quite quickly, but they're going to be set by the guys towards the middle to back part of the field, just because they do have a bit of a dry line and they are that little bit further back. Yep. So it's not that the guys in front aren't going quick, it's just the track's a little bit wetter for them than it is for everyone else. See, Steph goes 39.4, so he's about to prove me wrong, but Hode's 39.3. Bit of both. Hodes has been pretty quick in the Toyota though. And he's a little bit too wide on the wet stuff, it's a bit sideways. I think we might jump up to number 2, 3, there's only a second or...
Oh, Spake's just lost it. And the S is there.
Oh no.
Easy spot to do it.
Well, Ress is the first one to go into the pits, so I'd be quite keen to see if he actually makes it out, because it's still a little bit wet coming out of the pits. See if he can keep it straight.
Very, very ginger on the throttle.
Nicely done.
Yeah, he lets Vipers go through. Not much you can do there.
Unfortunately, we can't see the radar, can we?
Oh,
no, not unless there's an image glitch. I think from the lobby you can see what the radar's supposed to do through the race.
Yeah.
As pointed out by seconds, it's a very strong wind, 9.6 meters a second. I don't think I've ever seen it that high. So I don't know if that's maybe going to blow through a few more rain clouds to us to the end of the race. I don't know yet, but the boys do seem a little bit hesitant to pit at the moment. They may feel it's
trying
too
to
early.
make a move on Spoke and 8th.
Yeah, up the inside. So for confirmation, did Wrestler come out on dry tyres?
Come out on mediums, yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Broken Spoke's coming in too, so is Brutal and Hodes.
That's interesting. So they must be able to see, because I'm pretty sure in some of the lobbies throughout the week, it would rain kind of on the 10th. So they're obviously seeing the radar, and they're pretty confident there's no more rain coming.
Yeah, you'd hope that they've looked at it. Otherwise they could be in for a spot of bother.
Most of the trackers seem to dry it out really well, but you're right, Shug. The sprinkle of rain comes, he's definitely be in a lot of trouble.
Squiddy is still keeping Stefko right there with him. He's only half a second behind at the moment. He's also got a better run through the quad right-handers at the moment. Stefko might have got the better exit. Yeah, slower entry. Squiddy had the mid-corner speed, but yeah, he used the big on exit there. Good job. Just shows the different lines through that section.
Yeah. I reckon they're going in. Yep.
Yep, they're both in.
They must know something we don't know. It's good.
Oh, Scotty will be follow the leader for sure.
Yeah.
Undercut would have been too strong, so Troy's going to follow them in. I wouldn't be surprised to see Baggins come in as well.
Baggins is it.
If they're all going to go to mediums, then yeah, I'd say that there is no more rain.
Con stayed out.
Oh, Con's
Baker's
stay out.
following
Baker
as well.
stayed out. And then you got Brutal on mediums behind them. So Brutal's in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, is Baker already on mediums as well?
No, Baker's on intermediate still.
So that puts Brutal
And
in
he's-
third then, really?
Troy.
That's correct, yeah.
Troy coming out of the pits got a little bit wobbly.
And he's now in the grass and he's now spun it.
Oh.
Unlucky Troy. Spoke gets past. And yeah, you got Vipers and Wrestler catching up pretty quick. Vipers gets a little wide.
Hey,
Wrestler just stopped there by the look of it. That was a bit,
that was a bit different, wasn't it?
yeah, not too sure what happened there. Maybe he felt there's a bit of contact and just let him take it. I don't know.
Packers around.
Mm.
He's held on to it, not too bad. Good recovery, but definitely around.
So a bit interesting in the pits here is Stefko's now got a 4-second lead over Squiddy, so either Squiddy's had a bit of an issue on the outlap or it's a fuel thing. The McLaren may not have had to fill up as much. So surely we see Con in this lap, surely. Yeah, fuel's off.
He's in.
So brutal, 2
And
seconds back
Baker.
to Squiddy. Oates comes through in fourth. Interesting to see where everyone else pops out. So Baggins in fifth with Spoke. So they've jumped over Con and Baker as well. I can't remember the pit loss. I think it actually is close to 30 seconds, isn't it?
Oh shit. Baker
What's
come
happened?
out right on Con there as he come out, but yeah, quite interesting there. Baker go away, let Con through.
Okay, Wrestler has.
Battle for fifth. Sorry about
Yep.
Spokes. Looks like he's trying to go to the inside of Baggins. See how he goes with that one.
That's so tough because it's it's a drying track, so that there's not a lot of dry track to utilize.
Yeah, and with Spoke being in an auto, he struggles to get that back to first on that corner. It lights the same second, so.
Just where the McLaren loves it.
Yeah, well,
Loves second gear.
yes, yeah, really. I try and avoid it if I can.
Oh, Con's just got a bit loose and he's knocked Viper into the grass. So he's redressing.
Okay, we might go to a replay and have a look at that. So we're on board with Con. No, I think we got it too late. Con's already had a spin by the look of it then. And then he just comes across and... Oh! Yeah, sorry, it went to the camera, so we actually missed the contact. But yeah, Con's just letting Vipers go either way. Troy's looking for a way past Con now.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Con put the indicator on, so all good.
Say he put his indicator on. Was that to tell him he could pass?
Yep. They may not be in chat
Something else I
together.
didn't know.
Sorry?
What was that, Sugar?
Oh, I was saying, there you go, that's something else I didn't know. Part of the racing etiquette, I guess. Unwritten rules and all that stuff.
Well,
If
yeah,
you've got it set up, mate. Yep.
yeah. If you're not in chat and you're like, I'm not actually fighting this, I'm actually trying to let you go, you throw the indicator on. Just hope people don't mistake people putting the indicator on to go into the pits as them trying to say come on through.
bit of a lull at the moment, but I think the closest one's probably Spoke and Baggins across the whole thing. So a quick run through. Steph goes 5 seconds out in front of Squiddy. After Squiddy we've got Brutal, who's only 2.5 seconds nearly behind him, and then we've got Hodes 9 seconds back from behind him. Over to you, Shook.
Yeah, then we got Baggins, who's about 6 seconds behind Hodes, and then we got Spoke, who's knocking on the door with Baggins there. He's been two tenths. That's 3/10 of a second. We've got Baker Boy, who's sitting about 8.5 seconds behind. So then we've got Wrestler 5.5 seconds behind. So do I carry on?
After that we've got Troy, he's 10 seconds behind him, then Con 1.3, Viper 23, and then Packer 1.2 from him. So there's a big gap over there from the first race.
Viper's spun around into the final hairpin as well.
Yeah, just over 1 minute 14 from first to 12. So there's a very big spread across the whole race, realistically. So.
Alright, so who are we going to jump on board with?
Blue flags coming on soon. They're all quite nicely spread out, aren't they?
Yeah.
And I guess the closest we've got is Spoke and Baggins.
And like all cars, they've both got their strong points and their weaker points on the track. So.
I do love the sound of the AMG. It's just that nice deep rumble.
Yeah, I definitely hate the sound of the Mazda, but that's alright. I think 99% of people would agree with that one.
Nah, the Mazda's a beautiful sound.
Yeah, you just feel like you're driving fast because it's very, very loud and very, very high pitched.
I don't mind if the mosquitoes behind me. Everyone's driving a pretty consistent race now. It's starting to dry out. The track's really 100% dry now. There's only probably a couple of wet curbs, but yeah, all in all, it should be a sprint race realistically to the end, and so you can make their tyres last that long, which shouldn't be too much of an issue. But I've seen stranger things happen.
Yeah, Stefano's got a good lead there, 6.5 seconds, 6.3.
I'm interested to see if Brutal could track down Squiddy. So Squiddy used to race Div 1, is that correct? Dale?
Yeah, Stefko, Squiddy, both Div 1 drivers in the past, and Troy's also been a Div 1 driver, and same as Con, back in a number of seasons ago too.
Yeah, right.
As a lot of things with this league, it just gets so competitive, and a lot of it just comes down to how much track time you can actually get for practice each week. The less practice you get, the harder it's going to be to really remain competitive no matter what div you're in.
Exactly right. There's it's a very minute difference between most lobbies from first to the end. And as you say, it comes down to practice. Like I struggled this week to get any practice at all with harvest going on, but obviously we've got to put it in there and make sure we do the best we can do. But
oh, definitely. I mean, there's a handful of guys that literally just need 20 minutes and they're up to speed. For a few more of us new mortals, you need a handful of sessions over a couple of days to get that muscle memory built up and get the flow of it. So yeah, there's a few real talented people who don't really need a lot of wind-up period.
Yeah, I think the great thing about the league though is the way the teams are structured. You get an opportunity to learn from the faster guys, especially when you get in your own little racing lobbies, and you work out, gee, I could have been in third gear there, not second gear, and next minute your lap times start improving, and that improves the overall league altogether, so, which is pretty important, that's for sure. So Sugar, you're new to Wheel to Wheel and TDR this year. What's your thoughts on the league so far?
Oh, I'm having a great time. I mean, I was. I only really just got my PlayStation. My son gave me his old PlayStation last year. His PS4. He bought himself a PS5, so I jumped in. First game I bought was GT7, and then I played it for a wee while, and I was like, right, now what do I do? And then I kind of heard about these leagues and started watching the live stream, and I was like, oh, this has to be something to be a part of, and I tell you what, it has been amazing. My wife probably doesn't think so, because she tends to, she loses a bit of time with me, but you know what? I've got to share my time.
Doesn't it just make that time more precious? So it's a good thing, yeah?
I will say that to her. Hopefully she'll buy that. Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Exactly.
But I got to say, being invited to race with Team Dodgy has been great. You know, like you were saying earlier, being able to race with and get advice from the Div 1 and Div 2 guys has been, it's been so valuable.
How brutal was the hazing?
I didn't really get much of a hazing. That's good.
Oh, it's probably coming at the end of the season then.
Yeah, maybe.
We normally wait till we catch up in person for that. But, back to the race, guys.
If he asks for your address, be worried.
So there's really just nice even gaps in between everything. Baker's just had a little off there, but he's back on track. We definitely wouldn't put the mods on it, but
Spoke and Baker both had an off lap.
Yeah, definitely. Don't know if they got tangled up or what the go was,
but Troy is flying at the moment, so he's lapping maybe half a second or a second quicker than Wrestler at the moment. Plenty of laps remaining. They're on the 10th last lap. This will probably close up around lap 20 in 8th and 9th between Troy and Wrestler.
Definitely can't take the line that they take back there through the chicane over the top. I spin every time if I try that.
Oh man, I can't take anyone's line at the moment. So Stefko comfortably in front, 6 seconds clear. 3 seconds back to Brutal from Squiddy. You get a comfortable 10-second gap over Hodes, and then you got Baggins 4.2 behind. So Baggins is just hit the fastest lap of the race at the moment. So he'll be looking to narrow it in on Hodes over these last 9 laps as well. So we could have some closing, positions coming for a bit of a battle in these last, when we get to about 5 laps to go here.
Yeah, I think that's, as the race drags on, I think no one should have any tyre issues, that's for sure, but I think the concentration levels as it starts getting dark, so let's see how they all go. Actually, thought Viper might have done a bit better than where he's at the moment. He was looking very promising and having a lot of speed in that first race, but dropped off pretty quick.
Yeah, I think he's had a number of spins, which, it's not helpful. He's got a good pace though.
There's only 4 of them that are actually in the 132s. Stefko is pretty consistent. Squiddy's had a couple. Brutal's got 1 in there, and then it's Baggins. That's the only other one. So 1:33 seems to sound like race pace on the mediums there, mate.
Yeah, it's a strong, consistent pace at the moment. Baggins goes purple in sector 1. So we'll just jump on board him and see how he finishes off this lap. He said he can beat his 32.3 that he set a couple laps ago.
It's quite smooth through there, isn't he?
Yeah, he's still purple as well. Oh, is he pushing too hard though? Pulls it up. Nice throttle through there. Yeah, perfect. It's taken about 3-4 tenths off roads this lap. Yeah, hits the braking marker. Perfect. Nice and easy through there too. Yeah, just totally under control.
He gets it. Just underneath his fastest lap time, but good consistent time, that's for sure.
Yeah, so he'll be seeing Hose in front. He'll be trying to narrow in on that. He's within reach, but he will need to be pretty spot on to make that work. And yeah, all that time gained last lap is lost a couple tenths through there.
Everyone seems to be trying to do personal best, but oh no, wrestlers. Well, Dilly had a right around, but he's gathered it. Just lost a spot to Troy though.
Interesting. Con, looks like Con's still got half a tank of fuel left. He's compared to everybody else, he's got quite a bit more, which is, I mean, that's going to be hindering his pace, would you say?
Yeah, you'd think so, but he's definitely not going to be worrying about short shifting, that's for sure.
Not at all.
But I think I know why he's done it. I know in one of the wet races we had earlier on, we filled up to actually what the wet pace was, and then I ended up having to fuel save for the last 2 laps, so to make it around. So maybe he's just covering his butt on that one and make sure he doesn't run out and do the old Jamie Wynn Cup and choke just before he wins Bathurst.
Oh, we have a yellow flag.
Oh, yeah, we just had Baker.
Troy, I think.
Spin.
Oh, it was Baker, yeah.
Might have got it too late, but we'll see what's happened here. Just coming through the chicane, just tagged the sausage a bit wrong. Got 2 wheels in the air.
Troy and Baker's going to have a nice little battle here.
Yeah, Troy's going to want to get past very quickly here on that recovery drive. Using up all the track. And Wrestler not too far behind, ready to keep pressure on them both.
Yeah, Baker's a pretty smart driver. He'll won't hinder him, but I don't think he'll make it easy for him to get past, that's for sure. That Mazda's got some nice straight line speed.
Baker trying his best to to lose the slip.
Yeah, I think last minute just going to take the best line he could for the corner, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And Troy's not going to hold back, he's going to give him pretty hard time, I reckon.
In the meantime, Wrestler's coming up pretty quickly behind the two of them.
Good little battle though, definitely.
Yeah, the gap's just not quite opening up where Troy can, show the nose or anything like that. So he's definitely going to need a couple laps to work on where the weak spot is for the McLaren and where he can gain enough time.
Yeah, sometimes you could say it could be here. Maybe that's just for being you, Sugarwood. We don't nail that corner probably. So
yeah, it might be a T1 thing or even turn 2.
yeah.
Again, the McLaren should be very strong through T1, so it will be hard to get a run on it into T2.
Yeah, McLaren is pretty strong through there. What is the right line through there, Dale? Is it through the hump, over the top of the hump, or not?
Man, I don't know. It depends on if you. I guess if you're gonna nail the sausages, generally just try and keep it as straight as you can over the sausages. Wait till you get a little bit closer to the edge of the track and then be gentle on the steering. You can ride the curves on the outside and abuse them, but just make sure you get back on track before the end. So there's a bit of a ditch there too. So
yeah,
it's mainly about being a bit smooth and picking the line and putting the throttle down at the right time.
Yeah, the reason I asked, I've seen a lot of different lines through there, that's for sure.
Yeah. The straddle sausage line is probably the quickest, but it is also high risk. If you get a couple of millimeters off, hit it at the wrong angle with the tyres instead of sliding over it, yeah, you can unsettle the car and it can be dangerous. So some people will avoid them instead. You'll lose a couple of tenths doing it, but it generally should be safer.
Yeah.
So is this Con? It's really just catching on the back here. Con's right behind Wrestler too.
Sure is.
So he's now hit a 32.5. Second 32 of the race for Con. Coming on strong right at the end here. 3 laps to go. So let's see, I might just quickly cycle through, show where everyone's at. So
yeah, mate.
Stefko's almost 9.5, 10 clear of Squiddy. Squiddy's got a nice 4.5 second gap back to Brutal. 8 seconds clear of Hodes. Baggins has shut that gap. It's down to 2.4 between 4th and 5th. So 2 and a bit laps to go. You never know. Spoke at 6th. He's 11 back. He's got a nice gap over Bacon Boy of 15 seconds, and then that's Troy right on the tail. Wrestler down to 2.4 back in 9th, and then Con right on his tail. And then you got Vipers with a 2 second clear over Packer. So which of those battles do you reckon we should jump on for these last few laps here?
At the moment, the closest one is Con and Wrestler. They seem to be having a pretty good battle.
Con gets very sideways through the quad right-hander.
Sorry,
no
Con.
harm done. Just loses it a little bit. Yeah, you can really unload the car and unbalance it. And it really load up that rear left. So if it doesn't quite even back out before you gas it, the rear will want to go before the front.
And Troy and Baker Boy, well, Troy's coming right up on Baker Boy here to have a crack now, so might have worked out the right angle for him, which I think he has. Oh, he's got the inside run.
Yeah, lovely, well played there, well played.
Yeah, took him a few laps to work it out, but got to give him credit where it's due. That was a very nice move there, that's for sure. well executed as well.
Yeah, well executed. Baker Boy just running a little bit wide through the apex, and that opened up for Troy. So definitely took a while to set it up, as you said, and yeah, a bit unlucky for Baker Boy. So Wrestler behind going very defensive against Connor as well. And can he get the switch back?
Yeah, Con nearly got him right there at last lap as well. So
yeah, Wrestler's just getting the power down to protect himself there.
Tyre difference is huge too between the two.
Con, he's in the slip, deep in it. Not quite close enough to show the nose. Again, is he going to set up for a T1 move here?
Oh, Wrestler's a bit wide. They both end up getting wide.
Yeah, Con's looking a lot more confident through the chicane there.
Yeah, well, Wrestler's got his fuel light on like a lot of the lads, and Con doesn't, so I know he's not going to be slowing down, but I'm not too sure if they're good enough to actually do the whole lot, or use fuel saving.
Alright, so we're just, Steph goes just across the line in first. He's got that 10-second gap over Squiddy. Further 10 back to Brutal. Yeah, Brutal's had a couple maybe fuel saving laps there, 37 to 35, so he's come back in the fourth. Held off the Baggins, the real Baggins there for fifth. Now we're back on this battle with Broken. No, we've got Broken Streak first, then we've got Troy and Baker Boy coming up.
Breaks over the line in sixth, and Troy's on the straight. He's pulled clear of Baker quite well by nearly 2 seconds there, and went off the track for some reason. Con a nice ninth, and Wrestler coming in 10th. We have Vipers coming around. He should finish in 11th, and then we'll have Packer in 12th. But Viper's out of fuel.
Viper's out of fuel, yeah.
Yeah, Viper's out of fuel.
I was wondering why he was driving so slow.
So this go, Packer. Go, Packer.
Yeah,
You got the
Packer's
fuel.
opportunity. It has not been a good night for Viper.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. It's one of those ones to learn from too. Make sure you put that extra bit in there in the rain. You're not chewing anywhere near as much as in the dry. So.
And just monitor it. Monitor your fuel level as
right.
you get along, especially if you're in clean air. Just keep an eye on it.
Well, congratulations to Stefko and all the podium winners. Definitely a challenging race, mate, and great spectacle to watch tonight. And I do thank you, everyone, for tuning in and watching the stream tonight. Thank you, Dale, very much for doing the visuals, and Sugar. Welcome aboard again for your first round of commentating. You've done a great job, mate. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much for having me.
Thanks for jumping in, boys, and we'll see the outro, and good luck in your races tonight.
Likewise, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Good luck.
All right.